Hello and welcome to Alex Cooks, the #1 cooking show of YouTube. Now, what will we be cooking today? Well, we shall be cooking some cheese and onion quiche. Now, I haven't tasted this dish before, but I've heard some very rave reviews about it. Now, let us go to the ingredients that we shall need for the quiche. Now, to make this cheese and onion quiche, you shall be requiring 165 grams of butter, 500 grams of onions, finely sliced, 2 eggs, 284 milliliters of pot of double cream, 140 grams of mature cheddar cheese grated. And for the pastry, you will need 250 grams of plain flour, just a little bit extra for dusting, plus the other 140 grams of butter. Now the flour you need plain flour, 280 grams of plain flour. Yes. Anyway, let's get cooking. Okay, now we are now going to make the pastry by starting by adding here the butter. Okay, not sure. Okay, lump it all in and rub it in with the tips of our fingers. There you go. And it looks like breadcrumbs. There we go. Love it. Okay, so now our next step is to add 8 tablespoons of cold water. And using my hands, we're going to bring everything together until it is all just combined. Oh, this is actually weird. This actually feels so good, actually. It actually does feel quite pleasant, surprisingly enough. Okay, so now our dough is now combined. And now, using this rolling pin here, we shall roll it out until it is 5 centimeters wider than our tin allows, which is 20 centimeters.
25 centimeters.
25 centimeters, as a matter of fact. You know, so let's get rolling. Okay, so now our pastry has been rolled out till about 30 centimeters as we wanted, and we are going to proceed now to the next step with this pastry. Okay, now we are going to transfer the pastry to the tin. Might be a little difficult, but hey ho, we can survive, adapt and overcome. Okay, oh, here we go. There. Okay, so the pastry has actually torn itself in the corner over here, so it's no concern. We will just mend it. We just need a bit of a plaster. Now, we're using a piece of scrap dough to push the actual pie crust into the side of the pie basin. Okay, so now we are cutting off the excess crust around the edges. You know, because we can't really have a quiche with a crust hanging all over. You know, it's a necessary step, this is. So if you have a bit of stuff hanging over, cut it off and maybe try and add it to the rest of the pie.
It's going to go in there.
Alright, this is going to go into the fridge for about 20 minutes until I got stuck in my words there. For 20 minutes until it has gotten firm and chilled. Okay, so before I go on with the next step, I'd like to say that our oven has been heated up to about 200 degrees Celsius, and in under 20 minutes we shall blind bake our pastry. I don't know what that means, but I'm very excited to find out. But anyway, we got our new knife that we got from Lakelands a few days ago. We're going to use this to cut these onions and not cry. actually been shown how to cut this properly. I love how smooth it is. Okay, so I've actually melted the remaining 25 grams of butter into a pan, which I have now poured in the onions, and I shall cook these for the next 20 minutes until they are soft and brown. So I'm actually preparing the pastry for what is known as blind baking. What you essentially have to do is that you have to prick the bottom of the case with the fork. Okay, so our next step is to add in some baking paper. Make sure that lines the bottom of the tin. And then what you do next, normally I would recommend baking beans, not baked beans, baking beans. However, since I do not have baking beans, these dry chickpeas shall have to suffice. There we go. And now let's spread them about a little bit. There we go. Perfectly uniform. Wonderful. So, now we're going to place this into the oven for 20 minutes to start with. Okay, so these guys have been cooking for about 20 minutes. As you can see, they have become sticky and golden, much like we have desired. Okay, so our pie crust is now out of the oven. It's been about 20 minutes. We should now pour out the beans and the paper. Well, once the rest of the chickpeas have been removed, and then once the paper has been removed, we shall stick the pie crust back into the oven for another 5 minutes until it is biscuit brown. Okay, so now we're going to start beating these eggs, whilst gradually adding in the cream one piece at a time. Okay, so we've just added in the first portion of cream. As you can see, the egg mixture has gotten a lot wider. There goes in another bunch. Nice and good, I like it. Anyway, I shall see you very soon. Okay, now we are actually going to start creating the filling. First we're going to stir in these here onions, and then we shall now put in the cheese. Half of the cheese, a complete half. This should be more than enough. Oh, that's a bit of a spillage. I think we can add a bit more actually, as a matter of fact. There we go. And just to change it a bit furthermore. Excellent. So let's just gather this bit from the... Okay, wonderful. Now let's just set this down. Start mixing. Anyway, we also season this with salt. Well, this is pepper actually. And salt. This is actually the salt this time. Let's mix this in. I do love making the mixture most of all because you get to see it all come together. Okay, so our case is now biscuit brown as we wanted it. Now I shall proceed to add in the filling. There we go. Just spoon it all in. If only you could smell things through the screen. You can smell how awesome this smells, you know. That's the most times I said smell in a sentence. Okay. Trying to get a bit off the top there, and it's all almost in. Now I believe what we have to do right before we stick this in the oven, which is for about another 20 to 25 minutes, we're going to sprinkle on the other half of the cheese. Yes, I do love a bit of cheese. I love cheese. Cheesy, cheesy cheese. What would we do without cheese, eh? Anyway, we'll just see. Anyway, I'll see you in 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so our quiche is now out of the oven. It has been 25 minutes and it is firm on the top. However, it is still very hot, so we shall leave it where it is for about 10 minutes to let it cool. Okay, well now the pie is cooled down now. We shall now take it to the taste test. Okay, now we actually now have a slice of our pie. Here Sorry, here it is. Now I'm going to cut a bit off and eat it. It is brilliant. I mean, the filling is creamy, the bottom of the pie is crusty, and of course the cheese is cheesy. Perfection. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share it on your Facebook and Twitter. And also follow my social media on Instagram and my blog. And I'll see you in the next video.